If you're poor at 35, you deserve it. So says Jack Ma. Find out why on digitalspaceradio.com. No, it's not meant to insult you, but to awaken you. Supported by Google Nigeria, Etisalat and Smile Nigeria. Powered by Cherry Brooks Media.
Hello and welcome to your favorite ICT program on radio, Digital Space, here on your Inspiration Neighborhood. My name is David. Joining me in the studio as usual is Dikachin.
Yeah, everyone, you're welcome to your number one tech show on radio, Digital Space. You don't want to miss anything today.
Today on the show, we're continuing our series on Google and YouTube. But today we'll be taking on YouTube. We're teaching you how to set up your own channel on YouTube, how to monetize your content, and many more. I still have the representatives of Google Nigeria in the house, the partnership lead Sub-Saharan Africa for YouTube, Ms. Teju Ajani, and Taiwo Kola Ogunlade is a communications and public affairs manager, Anglophone West Africa. They'll be joining us immediately after the break. Stick around, we'll be right back.
Suleiman, open the gate and make for work. Suleiman!
Yes, Jonah.
Suleiman, that is it. You are fired.
What is it?
Look at him. Where did you get? Oh, so you been stealing?
You wonder if I'm gonna steal you, but I make money from the internet.
You are making money from the internet.
Yes, yeah. How?
You too can earn that extra income. Learn how to leverage on the internet from Nigerians who already do regularly at the Digital Space Internet Income Forum, October 30 at Terra Culture Victoria Island and November 2 at Sheraton Hotel Ikeja. It's simple. It's true. More details on digitalspaceradio.com. Supported by Google Nigeria, Etisalat and Smile Nigeria. Powered by Cherry Brooks Media.
Alright, welcome back. It's Digital Space and we have Google Nigeria in the house with us, represented by Teju Ajani. Teju is here with us and Taiwo is also here with us. Now, will you say something with respect to how people can not just make money from it, but also provide content that are just for us?
Okay. So I'll back it up a little bit and just talk about content itself.
Okay.
Because I think in the digital age, content to me is the currency of the digital age, right? Mm-hmm. Whether it's text, whether it's video, whether it's audio, whether it's an image, whatever it is, that is what the internet trades in, right? The internet is this intangible platform that nobody can see. The only reason you know it's there is because you put something into a box called a search engine and you get a result back. Yeah. That information does not appear by magic. It was put there by someone who either had the expertise or the interest to do so. And that's the currency that you trade in. You have people that say, okay, you need to pay for my content because it's valuable. And the premium you place on it is what determines the value you pay for it. So off that soapbox now and onto YouTube. YouTube is a content serving platform. And essentially, again, I said earlier, it's a global distribution platform that people use for various reasons, right? You can use it to share information. So imagine if I'm here and I have a video to share with somebody who's in the US, in the UK, or in South Africa, wherever in the world they are, Malaysia, right? It doesn't matter. All I need to do is upload that content from wherever I am and send them a link that says, this is where my content lives. Go watch it there, or go listen to it there, or go see it there, right? And YouTube affords you the opportunity to do that.
Okay.
Now, YouTube as a platform is a neutral platform. So essentially, anybody, it's a democratic platform, let's call it that, right? Anybody can put anything they want on YouTube with the exception of a few things that YouTube has decided these are the guidelines for it. For example, you should not put porn on YouTube. If you put sensitive material on YouTube, then you might need to determine and explain, be very explicit about the age of the consumer you're targeting so that it can be placed in the appropriate bucket. There are a couple other things you need to do around that. But essentially, it's a democratic platform that anybody can use.
Okay. Now talking about the content that are localized, that are for us here.
Yes.
And then turning that into cash. I discovered that, from our discussion recently, we saw that we have dearth of content from this part of the world. Most of our content are still provided from outside the country. And that creates a huge gap for local content providers to lash into what YouTube has got to offer. From your own experience, where do you think the gap lies really, and where our listeners can plug in and empower themselves economically?
So in Nigeria right now, I would say the content game is still anybody's game. Anybody can win it. There are some first movers who are already in the market. There are some people who are already making significant inroads on YouTube, and who are making significant inroads with content, ranging from movies to music to comedy skits to you name it. Right? Nigerians are beginning to use the platform in that way and to put their content on. However, a lot of people still think of YouTube as this entertainment platform and try to equate it to TV. It's not exactly the same, right? And even TV content has more limited distribution, so to speak, because you're bound by terrestrial rights, whereas YouTube is digital and it gives you a global distribution option. Now, the gap exists in every single area. When I say every single area, I know that there are Nigerian movies on YouTube, but I also know that there's a ton of Nigerian movies that have not seen the light of day, and then there's the ones to be made, right? So every year we say Nollywood churns out over 3,000 titles a year.
Absolutely.
So imagine the extent of content that's still available to be put on YouTube. Then you have what we call individual creators. So anybody that places content on YouTube, we call creators.
Okay.
Right? Imagine the individual creator. We need content around lifestyle. Who are the beauty people in Nigeria? Who are the car manufacturers in Nigeria? Who are the car aficionados in Nigeria? Who are the enthusiasts? Who are the cooking show hosts? Who are the lifestyle, the household builder, type of person? Who are the people that give you DIY tips and tricks? Who are the people that play your music? Who are the new stars that are discovered on YouTube? For example, Justin Bieber was discovered on YouTube, right? So who are the people using YouTube as a platform for discovery of their own talent, right? We need content across this breadth. When I say we need it, I mean Nigerians need to put the content out there so that it's relevant for them, and they also need to understand the platform well to be able to leverage it.
Maybe you need to give us a statistics of what is the average income from some of these YouTube stars, quote unquote. I saw a documentary on CNN about a guy who does a movie on fast cars, Porsche and fast cars. I couldn't believe the amount the guy was making. I think his name is Peter or something.
Right, in the UK.
In the UK, yes. He is making a huge amount of money. I know content providers on terrestrial TV who are not making half of that. For real. Now, maybe you want to let us know, how much really can I make, or how much are people making on this thing?
So,
providing content on
Sure, not a problem. I think the beauty of YouTube is that it's what you make of it, right? So people think YouTube is this platform where they put stuff and it just goes and performs and they come back and reap the benefits. Like everything else, YouTube requires you to do the right things. It requires you to do the right work to make your content discoverable. Having said that, though, people do make significant income on YouTube. And even in Nigeria, you have people that make hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Real money.
Not electronic money. Real money in their bank account in Nigeria. Actually, people make millions of dollars in Nigeria on YouTube.
Wow.
That is a fact.
In Nigeria?
Yes. The amount of money people make varies, right? Depending on content type, depending on length of content, depending on how attractive that content is to an audience, and depending also sometimes on the level of work that people put into it. So if you have the elbow grease and you're ready to do the work, we can explain the principles to help you get there.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
What's the threshold, or the threshold really? How many views do I need before I start making money on YouTube?
Okay. So in order to make money on YouTube, and maybe I'll back up a little bit and explain how that works. So you as a content creator put your content on YouTube, and you have to agree, if you want to make money on your content, you have to agree to YouTube's terms of service. And the terms of service say that ads will be placed on your content, and therefore the money from the ads will be split with you and the platform.
What's the percentage?
We'll get to that later.
I need to know.
We'll get to that later.
Okay, all right then.
But essentially, that's the way it works, right? So the minute you place your content on YouTube and you agree that your content can be monetized, that's the minute your content starts earning. right? So there's no threshold necessary in order for you to start earning money. Your content can earn money as soon as you agree for it to start making money.
Okay.
However, if nobody watches that content, then chances are very, very slim that you will earn on it.
Okay.
Because again, the way YouTube makes money is that ads are placed on your content and people kind of see those ads, or those ads are served to eyeballs.
Okay.
And those eyeballs will matter.
Okay. And they're the ones that will determine how much.
How
is
much
generated.
you, exactly.
Now, how easy is it for me to set up my own channel? Do I need to pay some regulatory organizations? Do I need to pay some consultants to have my own channel set up? How easy, really? I've heard a lot of things about setting up YouTube channels.
Right.
And some of the fees that I hear being thrown around, it's disturbing. Here is Google Nigeria. Tell me, how much do I need to set up my own YouTube channel?
So this is where I tell you, and this is my favorite saying, Google is your friend.
Okay.
If you don't know something, just ask.
Google it.
My mother always said, if you can ask, you won't get lost.
Yes.
So just ask and you will find the information.
Now I've asked.
The way you ask is Google it. Like you said, you can you Google it. But since I'm here, I will tell you.
All right. Google is here, so I'm Googling it now. All right.
You're Googling it.
Yes.
But essentially, you have basically a platform that has information on how to use it. That's out there. Anybody can search at any time. Just look up, how do I set up a YouTube channel?
Okay.
If a 12-year-old in the US can open a channel, call himself an entrepreneur, and make money off of YouTube, do you think that you have to pay a lot of money to make that happen here? You don't. And the answer is that you really don't. It takes you less than 5 minutes to set up your channel.
Wow.
It takes you less than 15 minutes to make that channel active. And then, the world is your oyster after that. So really, we've heard of cases where people pay a lot of money to get things set up. And, sometimes I guess that's the price you pay for ignorance. Or to learn, whichever way you want to look at it.
Very expensive ignorance.
Yeah, unfortunately so. But you do not need to pay anybody anything. And it takes you less than 15 minutes to set up your channel.
What about product placement? How does that work?
So as Google and YouTube are essentially advertising companies and ad serving companies, product placement needs to be explicit. So you can do whatever you want with your content, right? On YouTube. Serving content on YouTube is free for anybody.
Okay.
However, if you want to make money on it, then you're saying, okay, Google and YouTube, it is okay for you to sell ads on my content. Okay. So if you place products in your content, essentially you've sold your own ads, and therefore you need to let YouTube know when you're uploading that this content contains product placement.
Okay.
If it does, then you're sending a signal to us saying, hey, be careful what you put on this, or don't put ads on this because I already have an ad. And you can imagine how embarrassing it is if you have two competing brands, you've placed a product in your ad, in your content, and then Google wants to place an ad on your content and they conflict.
Yeah.
So that's why you need to let us know that I have content I have product placement in my content.
Okay.
And I want you to know so that you know whether or not to place ads on it.
Okay.
And typically you will not see ads on such. So you make your money off of the company and the agreement that
Whoever places
you
that,
had with the company that
advert
gave
on
you
your
the
own content.
Exactly.
It's all right then.
Who says you can make that extra income? Learn how to leverage on the internet from Nigerians who already do regularly at the Digital Space Internet Income Forum, 30th October at TerraCulture Victoria Island and 2nd November at Sheraton Hotel Ikeja, Lagos. It's simple. It's true. More details on digitalspaceradio.com. Supported by Google Nigeria, Etisalat, Smile Communications Nigeria Limited. Powered by Cherry Books Media.
Thank you so much for listening to the show. It's been fun bringing you the show with Teju and Taiwo, teaching us how to make money on YouTube. And I know someone out there has learned how to make money on YouTube, and someone is getting ready to get out there and make some real money. Teju and Taiwo will still be around. They still teach us how to make money from a lot of more Google services. So please keep listening on this show. Same time, same station. Just have a great day. God bless you. Bye.
Suleiman, open the gate and make for work. Suleiman!
Yes, Jonah.
Suleiman, that is it. You are fired.
What is it?
Look at him. Where did you get? Oh, so you've been stealing?
I wonder if I'm gonna steal, but I make money from the internet.
You are making money from the internet.
Gaskiya. How?
Who Who says you can make that extra income? Learn how to leverage on the internet from Nigerians who already do regularly at the Digital Space Internet Income Forum, 30th October at TerraCulture Victoria Island and 2nd November at Sheraton Hotel Ikeja, Lagos. It's simple. It's true. More details on digitalspaceradio.com. Supported by Google Nigeria, Etisalat, Smile Communications Nigeria Limited. Powered by Cherry Books Media.